Yeah, Close the doors, walk across the corridor. We got something to show you. Media is our repertoire. Fed up with the same news, no channel to use. Cruise control mentalities, here we offer you. We gon' show you a new way. The content, it never strays from positive and uplifting. Once a week, the scope gifted. With the presence of your eyes, what a distraction. Beautiful to soul, especially in action. This year not ration, came in abundance. Films like in Sundance, tech like the pop art. Tachi Queen, you are Curtis, a beast heart. You must carry, cause MCs they all vary. And seldom do they motivate. World full of hate, we serve a hope on a plate across different platforms. Let's hear a buffet, hydration like Boucher. Don't focus on a day, we always here for you. MediaScope when you emotionally broke. Settle in our knowledge and conversations, go make them yours. What we run is Olympic, now your hands on the torch. Take it easy like Sundays on the porch. MediaScope when you emotionally broke. Settle in our knowledge and conversations, go make them yours. What we run is Olympic, now your hands on the torch. Take it easy like Sundays on the porch. Now you award winning with no award tours. This culture meets the art. Podcast with the heart and essence of the growth. The power's in the people. Without you, we ain't equal. What we lack is ego. We're back now, so here we go. Run the show like Arsenio. Episodic, our rituals, minds change through visual. Representation of our nation and its differences. Some explanation of our uniqueness and innocence. Mass media's intention is to desensitize. We raise the wise and knowledge is power. Without it, we turn coward and proud of a known product. Like we could take it with us. I wish the greats were still alive and here with us, but it is what it is. We're left here to share our gift, and that's precisely what we'll do with it. Shape shift and fluidly, we can pass this test and still in our unity, elevating through stress. Yes, MediaScope when you emotionally broke. Settle in our knowledge and conversations, go make them yours. What we run is Olympic, not your hands on the torch. Take it easy like Sundays on the porch. MediaScope when you emotionally broke. Settle in our knowledge and conversations, go make them yours. What we run is Olympic, not your hands on the torch. Take it easy like Sundays on the porch. Yeah. It's up to you. You got your torch now. MediaScope. We're here for you, you, and you. We got it all. Tech, pop, music. We got it all. Tech, pop, music. We got it all. Yeah.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another week of the livest media, tech, and pop culture show on Earth. There's only one. I think it's just me. This is MediaScope. My name is Tachi. I'm a media professor, filmmaker, media content producer. I'm also a journalist. We do this every week, meeting of the minds, where we talk the best in media, tech, and pop culture news. Lots of fun, but it's not just me. I'm also joined by MC Curtis. MC, hey, what's up?
What's happening? Your picture looks really good.
Oh, thank you. I mean, yeah, it's a nice looking picture today, huh?
It looks real.
The social media gods are smiling on us.
Yeah, must be.
What's going on with you? How was your week?
It's been busy. Doing some website work. Yeah, it's been busy.
Busy is good. That means you can't get into trouble.
Absolutely.
Anyway, let me say what's up. I already see Stephen Kaplan is here. Welcome. He says, Tachi, I miss you. And I'm back. Hope you and MC Curtis are well. We are fantastic. We hope you're well. Yay. Let me put that on the screen. Yay, Stephen Kaplan. He's got the lot. Stephen, put in your information about your show because I want people to know about it. I know you do it less frequently now, but whatever the frequency, it's amazing. So please put it in so we can share. Also, hey, Soratachi, MC Curtis at the MediaScope. I'm sorry, you showed up for work and not in uniform by just saying that. Where's the truck?
Absolutely, Touch. Strictly business.
Where's the damn truck? Hey, no, where's the truck?
Hey, what's up, Serena? Can you
And
please?
Stefan says, "Stay out of trouble, Curtis." Sorry, go ahead. What did you say?
I said, Serena, can you please get in uniform? Hey to you.
I,
Hey to you. What's up, Stefan?
Anyway, let's get to it. I got to give you guys a hug to let you know that I 100% appreciate you. So what's up to everybody on Facebook Live? What's up to everybody on LinkedIn Live? If you're watching us from where else are we? YouTube. That's right. If you're watching us on YouTube, hey, and hey again. We're loving you, YouTube audience. If you're listening on WHUR, thank you so much for being here. WHUR was one of my favorite radio stations when I lived in DC. And if you are listening on Gospel 107.1 FM in the Bahamas and you're in Jamaica, welcome all of you. Fantastic. And look who's here.
The Lord
Nadine.
The Lord is looking upon us. He's looking down on us.
And I wonder why you said the Lord is looking down. Could it be this?
Yes, there is a God.
Oh, Lord. He was ready for that, Serena. Well, those of you that are here, go ahead and take yours because MC Curtis already has his 10-foot long straw waiting to get all of that. So be sure. Nadine says, "Hey, Tachi." Oh my gosh, the lack of sacredness is just amazing. Nothing is sacred. And look where the truck is. The MediaScope truck is here. You know what I want to do, MC? Oh, and you know I forgot to. Next week, guys, there are winners from the T-shirts. Remember we gave away T-shirts the last time before last that I was on? So I have the winners for those. So I'm going to tell them next week because I missed the week and then it got. So I have them and some 3 lucky people are getting T-shirts. Yay. So we'll announce those next week. But the food truck is here. Get your tacos, your bento boxes, your burgers, your fries, your libations. If MC Curtis hasn't finished them all while you can, because we pack up early. So
they're like, how many trucks was that? Food trucks. There's like several food trucks.
A fleet of food trucks.
Wow. Nice.
Yes. Nadine, other than Choke MC... And she said, "You are very rude for taking just rude." Oh no, Serena, I don't even know if I want to put this up, but I'm going to. 2 for 1 drink special.
You about to get a raise, girl. Today.
Okay, so even 25% of nothing is what? You're the math person. What is that?
Yeah, even if I have to pay it out of my own pocket. Look at you. Girl.
Wow. Okay. I can't. Well, at least they're 2 for 1 drink specials. And look who's here. Just in time. Hey, says Cliff O'Neill. Cliff, we're missing you. How's everything? What's going on? How's the show? He's still cooking and doing things on YouTube. So please share. Guys, if you are doing something, I'm putting this out there. If you have a live stream show or you have some live stream or something coming up, will you please put it in the chat so that we can talk about it? I'll remind you again. So at the end that we can talk about it.
It's been like a
show
month
me the money, says Serena. See, you see what you've done? He doesn't have it.
I'm working on it. Just put everything out there. I'm just working on it. I got some ideas, Serena.
Well, I brought up T-shirts because I really would love to do like food truck T-shirts. I think that would be really cool.
That would be cool.
That would be super cool. So one of the favorite T-shirts that I have is my Ben's Chili Bowl T-shirt. So Rita, you know about this, but if you don't know about it, Ben's Chili Bowl is an iconic spot on U Street in Washington, D.C. It was around the corner from Howard University. So not that I ate there, but I ate there once because, I don't really eat that type of food, but it's iconic. And so somebody was selling Ben's Chili Bowl T-shirts. Did I not buy one? Yes, I love t-shirts. I love dressing up, but I love good t-shirts because you can dress those up too. So
Right.
I want to do a food truck t-shirt. That's like a MediaScope food truck t-shirt. I want to do that.
Cool. That'd be really cool.
That would be cool. Well, we're going to do a whole line of MediaScope merch so that you can be merched up. So I'm working on that now. So just stay tuned. Stay tuned. I'm really excited.
How about the food trucks? The food truck slippers.
No, that's just for you, MC, because you're the only fool who asked about slippers. Only you, MC. Nobody else. What about a watch case? No, only you. Slippers. Serena said, I loved Ben's. Oh, sorry. There we go. I love Ben's. That was before dietary restrictions. Yeah. If you have some sort of dietary things that you're trying to stay up with, mainly staying alive, that probably is not the place for you, because it's like a greasy spoon. It's a diner. They have a lot of diner type food. They're known for their half smokes and hot dogs with the chips. So it's iconic, but it is not healthy food.
Right.
Although I haven't been there in years, they may have added some things to their menu. They may have. Oh, she said the magic words. She said Republic Gardens was my spot. I'm going down memory lane now, people. Anybody who knows DC back in the 90s and early 2000s, Republic Gardens, State of the Union, and bar none, those were the spots. Those were absolutely the spots. Terry Johnson, the assistant food truck manager, is also here and giving us our usual hors d'oeuvres or hors d'oeuvres. For those of you who can't pronounce hors d'oeuvres, it's champagne and bacon wrapped shrimp. She says, right? Like not having a heart attack. Yeah, absolutely. But it's iconic, so I got to do that. There goes Chef Terry. She says, hey, Serena. All right, let's get to it. Could I have the intro to the media segment? Here we go. So, in case you did not know, and I'll take the first story, please. In case you did not know, there's some Golden Globes controversy. Who amongst you gives a damn? I certainly don't. But it is interesting in the sense that, the industry, the TV media industries are run by, some of these people. Some of these people are awarded by them. Now, it's the Hollywood Foreign Press Association that is responsible for putting on the Golden Globes. Well, in case you didn't know about current controversy, the Los Angeles Times had exposed that they had really loose financial practices and a huge lack of diversity. In fact, out of 90 members of the Hollywood Foreign Press Association, there are no Black members. I don't know if there are any members of color or any other groups, but that's a heck of a lot of ubiquity when it comes to making decisions and stuff, which will then lead you to say, all right, well, what then goes on with the Golden Globes and all of it? Just saying. So in the group, there's been infighting in terms of how they should reform and how they should respond to critics, but there's also bewilderment as to how things escalated to this point. I don't understand why you all are bewildered, but let me keep going.
Right.
There's also, why are you bewildered? I don't get. I can't with stupidity and stupid people. I can't. So there's also mounting anger over the fact that they have become the focus of Hollywood struggles with diversity. You're just mad that you got caught. That's all. Press Association. That's it. So one member told Variety this week, they have known us for 30, 40, 50 years. How could this have been a surprise? Also, a bunch of the Hollywood Foreign Press Association members contacted by Variety did not comment or referred calls to Sunshine Sachs, which is their PR firm, because they've all been instructed to do that per a meeting they had on Monday afternoon. So, but the few that did comment, about half a dozen or so, said that they are being scapegoated for America's racial issues.
Interesting. Very
So
interesting.
then you don't have so you're telling me you don't have a diversity problem. That is America, right? So they feel they're being scapegoated for America's racial issues. Now, here's this. Here's the thing. They are made up of entertainment correspondents, many that are representing European outlets, and some are semi or fully retired. So not only do you have some out of touch people, if you're semi or fully retired,
So is there some kind of payment that these individuals receive from some other associations that are related to the Golden Globe?
I don't know if you mean the members of the press association, whether they get paid. I don't think so, because the press association, generally press associations represent news outlets, in this case, entertainment news outlets from, in this case, around the world. And they are part of this association.
Okay.
The Hollywood Foreign Press Association. So they probably are writing for other papers in other countries or other publications in other countries, and then they're also part of this. So if anything, they pay to be part of this.
Okay. Now, what about women? Are there women on that are part of this association, or are they white women? No, black and brown women.
Women are part of it, but because it's 90% non-people of color, I can't tell you what the percentage is of women versus men. I don't know that, and they did not cover it. Variety did not cover it, but it's not. So people are upset. There's a coalition of over 100 Hollywood publicity firms which have led a charge against HFPA. But they don't necessarily have particularly diverse staffs either. So it's like everybody is pointing the fingers. I don't know if you remember, there was an episode of Droopy. Remember, as Fred Quimby, who did Tom and Jerry and stuff. Droopy was that dog, and there were these cats that were blaming each other, and they kept doing this. That's exactly what everybody's doing. But I'm like, but you're equally as guilty. You are equally as rank as everybody else. Yeah, you're pointing the finger at a Hollywood Foreign Press Association, but you're not particularly diverse either. So here's this thing. They have a very long history of ignoring films and shows from Black creators and people of color. They failed to show up at the screenings and press conferences for critically acclaimed projects. For example, Girl Trip, which was like one of the most popular. They did not come to the screenings and the press thing. So they don't take people of color seriously. That's why they don't come to the thing. So you have the audacity not to come to things. And then so when you don't come and you don't have an opinion on these things, you don't vote for these things. And
Absolutely.
That's why people get left out of the picture. So now you want sympathy? Take the number 6 train directly to hell. You're not getting sympathy from any of us. In fact, this has been a long time coming because there's always been this lack of diversity. They've long had problems financially or been very loose financially. So,
and guess what? Jesus can't save you either. You got to take that train all by yourself.
He's not going to get on board, little children. There's plenty of room aboard. Get on board, little children. Get on board, little children. Get on board, little children.
You've got that.
You're on the train to hell. Go ahead.
I said they've got that pitchfork corralling them to make sure they get on that train. Yes, you.
No, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. You.
Yes.
Hurry up.
Right.
So the president and founder of Begin PR is saying this, that HFPA is clearly trying to deflect the real issue and their own responsibility in this. That's why they're doing the Tom and Jerry point, or the Droopy point. So because of this and all the other things, NBC has canceled the Golden Globes for next year. So there will be no Golden Globes in 2022.
So
I can't say that I'm sorry.
So that also goes to sponsorship, any kind of possible sponsorship as well. Is that? Wow.
And if you get it back, if you're even allowed to come back, you really will have to do some deep soul searching, some deep introspection, and deep changes to say we're ready to come back in 2023. And at that point, do any of us even care?
Right.
I don't care now. But is the public going to care? Because here's the thing, you can still give awards, but as far as a Golden Globes big show, the public is not going to care. You've been away for a while. Oh, we're fine. We survived without you. So what? And if the public doesn't care, that means advertisers don't care.
Okay, but question, Tachi. So, do you think
Yeah.
overall, a lot of these different award shows, the Academy Awards, or just these different award shows for the entertainers, do you think people are just not watching those particular shows or programs as much as they
They're
used
not.
to? Okay.
They're not watching them as much as they used to. So there are a couple of reasons for this. And bear with me, ladies and gentlemen, while we go through this. So number one, if you look at the ratings for all of the different award shows, they have gone down year over year. Okay. Number two, we're dealing with a pandemic where most award shows were virtual, with the exception of the Oscars, who had limited in-person plus virtual, right? So we're dealing with that as well. Number three, there is so much more in terms of entertainment out there, whereas the Oscars and all these award shows, those used to be TV's big night. But how many people are watching appointment TV anymore? People have other choices, and it does not involve me sitting and watching you congratulate yourself for 4 hours. When you didn't have a choice, remember at one point, ladies and gentlemen, you watched what was on TV. You did not have a choice. So if the Golden Globes were on, well, that's what the families want. We're all watching the Golden Globes because there was probably nothing else on. You had a choice of 4 channels, and that was the biggest thing on. So of course you're going to garner ratings when you don't have choice. But when you have choices, you've got cable, you've got streaming, you've got all these other things. If I don't have to watch you, I'm not going to. And I can always go to YouTube the next day and watch the highlights. People just want the list of who won and then want to see memorable moments. That's it. I don't need to sit and watch you for 3.5 to 4 hours and the shenanigans and the non-funny jokes or the unfunny jokes that your deplorable writers write. No disrespect to them, but your jokes are not funny. So that's where this is going, MC. That's exactly the thing.
Right. Cool.
Let's take some comments. Let's go to the room. Let's see. So in terms of caring, Terry says, I don't. Cliff said, I made the mistake to go running after having a chili dog half smoked last visit. Not a good idea. Why would you do that?
Oh, man.
Why would you do that?
That sounds disastrous.
That must have been a blowout beyond blowouts.
That's a good word right there.
I think because they always say that with babies, and you have a child, so you know that they always have these blowouts, but they never tell you that.
Right.
When you don't see, and it's like it's like a hydrogen bomb has gone off somewhere. That must have been a blowout beyond blowouts.
Right.
So Terry says every industry is getting their wake-up call. It is not just entertainment. It is not just media. Everybody is getting their wake-up call. Look, we're tired. We are tired of status quo. As a whole, everyone is tired. So we're going to call you out on your nonsense. But please believe.
But you know what, Tachi? I think it's cool because, like you're saying, people are tired. So now they're actually making their own shows. They're creating their own content and just really drawing those eyeballs that were once kind of focused on, like you said, the Golden Globe or different award shows. They're now being taken away and given attention elsewhere.
Absolutely. I think these things mean perfect opportunities for all types of content creators that have good content. Don't get discouraged. Keep creating because your stuff is good. There's so many of just everybody on here, good, solid stuff. Don't get discouraged. Keep creating. People are watching. Believe me. So Terry says, ratings are down for all these award shows anyway. Nobody cares. Again, I can watch the highlights and read the who won and not watch 3.5 hours of you congratulating yourselves. And I am saying congratulations. You deserve it. Actors and people in the industry work damn hard. You deserve it. I just don't have to sit there. This is for me. Think about this. This is like if they televised the National Accounting Conference for stellar accountants. You guys are great. I don't want to watch an award show with 10 million hours of you congratulating yourselves. That goes for any industry. People in the industry care about it. I don't. They should do something different. You think? I think so. So my suggestion, again, do a red carpet show. Now, keep it digital. Do a red carpet show, right? Because fashion is a big part of the evening. Do a red carpet show. Do the show for yourselves. Come out with a highlights clip. Have somebody from, each you do a clip. You can send that same clip to all the different people, or you can have them make their own clips, and it's just quick highlights. You can finish this in 20 minutes. I assure you. 20 minutes. Okay. Half an hour. You can be done. Give us the highlights, because your time for taking up everybody's evening is done. That also includes you, American Music Awards, Grammys. That's all. Although I'll say this, I enjoy those more because they're actually performances.
Right.
The end all and be all for me is the Tonys, though. Those are the ones I really care about. You could throw away all the others. I will watch the Tonys because you get a show. And from Les Miserables is such and such and such, and they will perform for you. Performances I'm for.
Now, which award show does the red carpet event?
All of them.
All of them? Okay.
All of them do a red carpet.
Okay.
Every single last one of them do a red carpet.
To include Golden Globe, they do a red carpet as well?
Yep.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yep. Yeah. I love watching it, but I am so over reporting from the red carpet. I am over it. I don't want to do that anymore. Even though it's a lot of fun, it's a lot of work. So I have done, I think, 5 or 6 red carpets at this point for and obviously not the Golden Globes or something, but again, I did the American Black Film Festival, so you have celebrities coming down that way. I did the Urban World Film Festival a couple of times. There's celebrities coming that way. So I've done a bunch of these, and it's just a lot. I'd rather do one-on-one conversations. So anyway, so yes, they should do something different. Cliff O'Neill says, but without the Golden Globes, we'd never know about Pia Zadora, and we still don't. So the Spider-Man pointing meme too. Yes, absolutely, absolutely. And let's see, where are we? Patricia, hey. Serena, Yolanda's here too. She says hi to Serena Wills. Patricia says, why watch run-of-the-mill, boring Hollywood shows when we can watch shows that are tuned to our liking, like MediaScope? Oh, I'm so glad you're enjoying that. Absolutely. And I answer you back, right? That's the thing about live streaming. Good live streaming takes the audience's comments and questions into account. It's interactive, right? This is interactive TV. If that's why I don't get when people live stream and they just talk and talk and talk and don't acknowledge the audience, or they just replay a show that they've done before, which is fine if you sit in the comments and you are responding to your audience. That works then. But you can't just slap it up. Sorry. Doesn't work. You either have to be live or sit or have a replay, but sit in the audience and respond to comments, welcome people in, ask questions about it. A place that does that really well. So I love fashion. I watch all the fashion weeks. When Fashion Week was live, they would play, actually not Fashion Week, this was The Business of Fashion. So The Business of Fashion is a fashion publication. They will run fashion shows and premiere fashion shows, and I'll get like a Facebook thing that they're premiering Balenciaga or whatever, and I'm like, okay, great, I'm there. And they'll do it. But then they'll ask, it's pre-recorded, but they'll ask questions. So what do you think about the cohesiveness of the collection? What would you guys add? And they are on it. Every 5 minutes, they're asking us questions. And they said, well, really good point, Beverly. I don't know why I said Beverly, but really good point.
Right.
They're on it. That is the amount of vigor that you have to have if you are going to play a pre-recorded video over live. So that's something called live to tape.
Yeah, definitely the engagement is super important.
Super important. I mean, you can't get beyond engagement. And Yolanda says, no more red carpets for me, sister. Sledge, I am with you. Oh, thank you for saying this. Thank you. You know, as the head of food truckery, we appreciate you and salute you. She's the head of food truckery. Watch out for those food truck t-shirts. All right, so let's keep going. We're only on story 1. It's been half an hour, but we're going to keep going. So off of the Golden Globes, could I have number 2, please? If you are a YouTuber and you are an international YouTuber and you have a U.S. audience, the U.S. is coming for you, because now you're going to have to start to pay U.S. withholding income tax. U.S. income tax from revenue that you earn from U.S. viewers. So this is happening. So if you're watching someplace else and you are a YouTuber, please know that you have till the end of this month to report your income to YouTube.
Wow.
So they're going to begin deducting. Go ahead. I feel it. Go ahead.
So an international content creator, YouTube content creator, they've got audience, or they have their views separated in their analytics for their video.
Yes.
In the areas of international, or just different segments, if you will, U.S. Viewers, whatever. So for the monies that they're getting paid from those videos, or the views, or however they get paid, they're getting paid for those U.S. viewers. So it's maybe like itemized or something like that, where they've made X amount of dollars from the viewers from the U.S. and then they're taxed on that.
Yeah. So, well, let me explain a little bit about how it works, because I'm not an expert on this, but here's, according to TubeFilter, how this works. So any U.S.-based AdSense, YouTube Premium, Super Chat, Super Stickers, and channel memberships are going to be taxed at the U.S. rate. So that also means if you are in the YouTube Partner Program and you earn money via U.S. residents, you will be taxed. So if you have viewers that pay you, that live in the U.S., let's say it in vernacular, you gonna get taxed. So how much are you going to be taxed? Go ahead. You have questions.
This is from a federal level, or do you think the states will
federal
also? So
from what I understand, it's federal.
Okay.
Federal, because I mean, states, that would be a whole mess of tape to deal with. So how much are you going to be taxed? Go ahead.
But do you think the states will chime in?
I have no clue. That would be that would be a nightmare. Yeah, I would not want to, because then how do you sit there then and determine? That's a lot of administrative work to determine who from what state watched you. That's a lot of work. You could determine where someone is in the U.S. or whatever based off of that, fine. But now if you're taking it down to a state level, now you have to determine who their audience is and what state they live in. I don't know that they want that fire.
Wow.
But you have a point. Maybe the states could chime in. I'll say particularly the states that are tech adverse.
Right, exactly.
And who want to punish big tech.
Yeah, that's a great point.
So how much are you going to be taxed? Well, that depends on your circumstances. They're asking that creators send in their tax information by May 31st so that they can determine how much tax to withhold. So if you don't send in your tax information by that date, get ready, hold on to your seats, tie the ribbon on your hat down, MC, or the elastic string. They are going to deduct 24% of worldwide earnings if you do not tell them by May 31st.
Ouch.
Ouch, indeed.
Wow.
So this is for two reasons, they said. First, 24% of income is the standard amount of federal tax that self-employed people, and YouTubers are considered self-employed according to the IRS, must pay. And second, if YouTube doesn't have a creator's tax information, it doesn't know where they file taxes. So it's possible that they would file in the U.S. and thus they would need to pay the 24% on all earnings, not just U.S. revenue. 24% is a lot of tax, damn it.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
So you only make 75% basically of the.
Wow.
If you're taking 24% of what I earn as a self-employed person, I better not see near a damn pothole. Nothing. Nothing should be wrong. My power should never go out. I should never call. Nothing.
Right.
Ever.
Right. Right.
Ever. Capital projects on hold and you're taking 24%. Anyway, that's a whole other case. So if you're a creator and you live in a country that does not have a tax treaty with the U.S., you'll also have your U.S.-based revenue taxed at 24%, but some won't have to pay this much. So if you, again, submit your tax information and you live in countries with U.S. tax treaties, you may be taxed at a lower rate. So, for example, YouTube says this. If you are a creator in India and you made $100 worth of U.S. revenue, because India has a tax treaty with the U.S., YouTube would only withhold $15 of revenue from that creator's check.
That's still a lot of money.
It's still a lot. So you could go to the IRS website, irs.gov/businesses/international businesses, and you'll be able to find a link to find out how much. And, well, who has treaties, tax treaties with the U.S. This my heart hurts for them. That's a lot. Let's see what the room has to say. Wow, look who is here. Glow Miller, what's up, Gloria? Good to see you. Welcome. And Serena says, wow, 24%, 24 damn percent. Nadine says your water should be clean. Look, I better not have a problem. Nobody should say PIM, nothing. 24%?
Well, you know, it's interesting, Tachi, because really through their stats, because I did some research on this, but a while ago with YouTube and our international viewers, there are more international viewers than there are actually U.S. viewers.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You're absolutely right.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely right. Nadine mentions that Washington State doesn't have income tax. We don't either. Florida does not have income tax either. The people here also don't have sense, but there's no income tax here either. So Cliffy can attest to that. Yolanda Lattimore is fainting. I mean, can we win? Can we win? Yolanda says, so much for leaving the country and living off of USD. Well, I know, right? It's crazy. Anyway, let's keep going to our next story. Could I have story 3, please? Still got another YouTube story. If you are into YouTube like I am, you guys know I am a huge YouTube fan. They are doing something called a beauty festival featuring Michelle Phan, who is pictured here or here, wherever she is, and Emma Chamberlain and Paris Hilton, amongst others. They are huge beauty influencers on YouTube, and that's happening in 2 days. May 14th, they're hosting their first ever YouTube beauty festival, and it is a virtual summit-style event, and it will include the creators that I named. Plus celebrities. Pharrell Williams will also be there. Jessica Alba will also be there. And it's going to be a live streamed event produced as a YouTube original. YouTube is really putting some energy into these originals, because I also read they're also producing an original with Will Smith and a couple of other people. So they're on their grind. So YouTube has, it will premiere on YouTube's Fashion Hub. If you did not know, YouTube does have a Fashion Hub hosted by Derek Blasberg, who is YouTube's head of fashion and beauty. So this is the interesting thing. It's not just about the fashion and beauty. Yeah, I care about that, but it also is, I care about what this means for other topics and other areas on YouTube. They could very well do this same thing with tech. I bet you they're going to do the same thing with food. So this means expanded content and expanded opportunities for people because of this. So look for other festivals coming in. It starts with beauty, but I'm sure they're going to do some other things. So I found this extremely interesting. MC does not.
Yeah, I'm sure it's great.
Anyway, but it's not just about this, MC. It's about the promise of other things to come.
Right.
I'm really looking forward for them to do it with tech. I'm looking for the food thing would be phenomenal. Food? What? A virtual food and wine fest on YouTube?
Yeah.
And food and wine festivals are huge. Huge. Think about it. And then when we do go back into in person, if you do that and they have a YouTube booth at these events, and they're live and we're able to watch simultaneously, YouTube, hire me. I'm telling you. I got more ideas for you. I know. Thank you. Not that you have anything to do with that, but I appreciate your effort. Let's go to the next story 4, please. Speaking of YouTube, or someone that used to be, she still is a YouTuber. Lily Singh, who is over my shoulder, is one of my favorite YouTubers. She is hilarious. She has a late night talk show called A Little Late with Lily Singh, but it is ending after 2 seasons and 161 weeknight episodes, but she's not leaving NBC altogether. She has signed a first look production deal with parent conglomerate NBC Universal, according to The Hollywood Reporter and YouTube. So the new deal is going to see her, along with her production company, Unicorn Island Productions, developing scripted and unscripted projects for NBC Universal's television alternative studio. She's also working on a Netflix comedy series with Blackish creator Kenya Barris, she said in a statement on Tuesday. So don't cry for her, Argentina. Yeah, her late night talk show is ending, but she's got a bunch of other things in development with NBC Universal. And Kenya Barris? What? Good for her. And she started on YouTube. This is why I tell you all, do not discount digital platforms. Digital is bomb. Digital is everything. People will watch what you're able to do with digital, because think about it. If you're digital and you have your own live stuff, whether it's a podcast or whatever, you're managing budgets, right? You're writing content. You're getting guests. You're doing all the things that 17 million people on the larger productions do. Why would I not want you? But it's not just about getting to the next level. These are platforms that are worthy within themselves. And so treat them that way. I am a huge believer in live, a huge believer in digital, the digital space. Treat them with respect because audiences love them. I love them. And that's one to grow on. Anyway, good for you, Lily Singh. Let's go on to the next story. This is 5, I believe, sir?
It is.
Yes. So speaking of content, let's talk about Amazon Studios. They have signed a first look deal with Russell Wilson and Sierra, super couple extraordinaire, to develop scripted projects. It is another first look deal. So let me explain what that means. When you're talking about a first look deal, that means they get the first dibs on whatever. They'll look at whatever you have. They bid on it first, basically. So that's that first look deal. And under the deal, through their Why Not You Productions, they're going to develop, produce scripted series and films with Amazon. This is what the super couple says. We're so excited and honored to work with Amazon Studios. They've quickly become one of the most exciting studios in the entertainment industry and have shown their strong belief in our vision to bring inspiring stories to the world. We can't wait to begin our work together. So this is interesting. They have a project that is coming up that they've announced called a Vernon Turner biopic called Relentless that they're going to produce with Gabrielle Union and Dwayne Wade. So do we see what's happening here? We have a lot of these former athletes that are getting into the media game. Why? Because they also have the money and the influence to get these things done.
Hmm.
So once you retire, the question becomes, what do I do next? Do I
Right.
open a wing stop? Do I open another type of chicken wing place?
Sure.
Do I open a barber shop? Do I open a shoe shine stand? What do I do after I retire from the NFL? And many people, many of these individuals that are retiring are looking into the media space. So this is why you see this. So good for them. And I look forward to your many projects. Let's go to the room really quickly and let me do a refresh. Hey, everyone. If this is your first time watching me, welcome. My name is Tachi. I am a media professor, a filmmaker, a media content producer, also a journalist. You are watching MediaScope. This happens every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time on all the wonderful channels here on Fantasy Island. I've always wanted to say that. But all these wonderful channels. So you have no excuse. You can watch it anyhow you like. What's up, YouTube? Hey to Facebook, LinkedIn. I hope you're doing okay. WJMS, what's up? And Gospel 107.1 FM. Happy to have you on board. Let's take a few comments. Glow says, exactly. I've been said that. They have the money. Yes, they have the money to do it. And that is a big part of it. For those of us, we have to beg other people for money, and they may not give it up because they may not see the vision. You don't have a name, those types of things. But when you come, it doesn't matter that they've never produced anything before. They have money. When you have money, it's easier to get money.
Right.
It's just like that whole thing is like, it's easier to get a job when you already have a job. It was, well, damn it, you're looking for a job because you don't have a job. But it is easier, just like it's easier to get a job when you already have a job. It's easier to get money when you already have money. It just is. It just is. Pat Murray says, what are they known for? Oh, Russell and Sierra. Okay, so Sierra is a singer. She has been a singer for quite some time. Russell Wilson I don't know what team he played for, but he's a football player. You watch football. Who did he play for, MC?
I think he still plays for Seattle Seahawks, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Does he still play for Seattle, or is he done?
Yeah, no, he still plays. He's great. He's a great quarterback. Yeah, he still plays.
Okay, see, that shows you what I know. I didn't even know he was still playing. I was assuming he was on his way to get ready to retire, but maybe not. All right, bring in that NFL money. Good for you. And she says, real talk. Absolutely. Absolutely, Glow. By the way, if you're looking for some fun, Glow has a fantastic podcast. Glow, are you on tonight? Please put your information on there. We also have another celeb in the house. Pat Murray does the Bull City Hangout every day at noon, all about what's going on in Durham, North Carolina. It's a fantastic show. There's a lot going on. Stefan has a 2 million years long thing, and I'm going to read it right now. Okay, there you go. Your Spin It Social hour, because you're going full steam ahead as a live stream producer. Oh, okay. Fantastic. I'll put that back up at the end because it's like almost covering me. So I'll put it back up again at the end. Thank you for putting that there. And Serena Wills, if those of you that are still hungry, we still got stuff at the food truck. Treat in special honor of those who have to pay 24% from YouTube earnings. You get a free treat. Go ahead. Get yours. Thank you, Serena. See, that's why when you have the Minister of Food Truckery and Libation, she knows what to do. She said, I might be moving. Looking at Vancouver seriously. Vancouver is wonderful from what I understand. Have not been to Western Canada, but that is next on my list when outside opens up. All right. Let's do okay, he still plays for the Seahawks. I don't care about football, so all I know is he's a football player. Anyway. So there we go, Pat. That's who they are. Hopefully that was helpful. Let's keep going. We should be on story 6 at this point. Am I correct?
That is correct.
All right. Coldplay. For those of you that are really, really, really into Coldplay, this is actually very cool. They premiered their latest music video in space aboard the International Space Station. Wow. So they worked with European Space Agency astronaut Thomas Pesquet, I think it's Pesquet and not Pesquet, to debut their song Higher Power on the ISS. Meanwhile, the music video was beamed to Earth via satellite for an intergalactic premiere, according to Design Taxi. So he was one of the first, Pesquet was one of the first of the public to view the music video. So it was basically a one-man or one-person concert. So he's a French astronaut, so I do believe it's Pesquet, okay, or Pesquet, offered the band a glimpse from his view of the ISS, which fans can now also enjoy thanks to this new video. So, very cool. I did not want to play it because we don't want to get dinged, but you could check that out on YouTube. It is Coldplay times Thomas Pesquet Intergalactic Experience. So you can watch their new music video that way if you are a Coldplay fan. Could I have story 7, please? Clubhouse now has new people on board. That's right. If you did not hear, allow me to tell you that after a whole damn year of only being iOS, Clubhouse is now open for business on Android. It is in beta and it is still invite only. I don't understand how for a whole year you can only be on iOS. I have never heard of that. Maybe I'm wrong, but have you, MC, ever heard of that?
Not really, especially the popularity of Android equally, or I think you were saying the Android use exceeds iPhone. Is that correct?
Yes, there are more Android users than iPhone. Remember, most of the world uses Android. iPhone is very heavily North America centric.
Okay.
Some countries in Europe centric. It is not widely spread. So there are way more Android users. Anyway, in a blog post written by Paul and Rohan, who are the founders of the app, Clubhouse says that it has, quote, always taken a measured approach to growth, keeping the team small, building in public, and getting feedback from the community along the way. So even now, still the app is still not available to everyone. You still have to have an invite to join it. So that's the news, that those of you who are having FOMO or fear of missing out, now you don't have to be fearful anymore. Those of you on Android can now join the Clubhouse revolution. But I don't know about you, and I asked this on the pre-show on Instagram. What are you all feeling about Clubhouse? Do you think it's run its course? Are you basically like, meh? Do you think it's still as fresh and exciting? Do you think that Android is going to infuse new energy into it? Now, I know there are a couple of things that have happened in terms of this creators program that they have, etc. But is that enough? Do you think that Clubhouse is basically, has it run its course? Let's start with you, MC. What do you think?
That's interesting. I don't think it's necessarily ran its course, but they have competition now.
They do. They've got Twitter Spaces.
Yeah,
They've got, Isaac Hayes III. He's got fan base, and there is a Clubhouse-like aspect to that. You've got Needle. We checked out Needle, right? Even though Needle is a little different because it's radio.
Right.
You've got that. You've got you still have Anchor, right? Even though it's different, it's not synchronous. You still have some of these old school legacy audio apps that exist. So you've got competition. You can't rest on your laurels, which is exactly why I'm like, you probably should not have taken so long to do this, because as soon as you do something, and then of course Facebook has announced that they're going to have a copycat, right?
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely.
So yeah, let's see what other people say. Serena Wills has put up a special. Clubhouse Android special. You are on it. Buy a burger of any kind. Get free fries. You are on it. You are on it. Queen of food truckery. Patricia said, I dipped in and was overcome with underwhelm. And you know, the funny thing is, like the first, were you like that, MC?
Kinda. Because prior to the invite that you sent me, I was just kind of like, obviously, what's all this, this commotion about? And then when I seen it over there, it's simple enough, easy enough, but I was still looking for more kind of bells and whistles, if you will.
Yeah, I think the bells and whistles comes with the conversation. So they're trying to keep it a very simple interface so that the conversations shine through. If it's too cumbersome to use, people won't use it. So this is basically I press a button and do that. And even then, the functionality could be better, right?
Yeah,
it could still be better. But, it is what it is. So Nadine says, was Snapchat for iOS only at first? Good question. I don't remember. I'm going to have to look that up. She's also never been on Clubhouse. Serena Will says, I've never been since I have a Droid. Well, you can now. Okay, if you want, guys, inbox me. If you want an invite, I have plenty. If you want an invite and you're on Android, because I know you guys, so I know you're not going to get on there and cut up. So just come on. Go ahead and ask me for an invite. I'll send it to you, and you can go ahead now that you have Android. Just download the app from the Google Play Store. Terry Johnson says, developing apps for Android is more complicated than developing for iOS. It's a programming thing. Instagram was iOS for a long time, too. You are absolutely right. I do agree. It is more complex because there are various types of Android devices. Unlike iOS, it's one system. There are several, quote, systems for Android. So I do get it. I still don't excuse. I still don't, because, I mean, this is something this critical where that leaves out the rest of the world. Yeah, no. I know it's more complex, but I'm not giving them an inch for that. It took IG 2 years to give access to Android users. Did it?
Wow.
Why don't I remember that? And I was on at the very beginning too. I don't remember that. Maybe did I use my iPad? Maybe I did. I don't remember. Wow. But that's good to know. I still don't give these people a pass. Something is critical. And with IG, it's a little bit different because of the nature of the app. Clubhouse really has become a way that people are networking. And I think that leaves people out of the conversation when you're so slow to come to market with Android, because there have been other apps who have done it. So that's why I'm not bad, because there have been other apps who have done it simultaneously side by side. Even Needle, this app, it's an alpha now for Android and beta for everybody else. So they did it side by side. It can be done. You just have to want to do it. Maybe they didn't want to, so I'll be quiet. So Terry says that IG was released in 2010 and Android was released in 2012. Okay. And I think I've been on since 2010. Interesting. Thank you for that information. I'm still not giving them a pass. No free food truck food for them. Anyway, let's keep going because we actually have to get out of here. I want to get a little bit of tech in there. Could I have actually, that was a tech story, kind of media and tech. Could I have the intro for tech? All right. Could I have, let me see, I'll tell you. Could I have photo 8, please? All right, let's talk a little bit about Twitch. Twitch is continuing to see record traffic, guys, with new installs up 62% year over year. That's really big. That's really big. So, like a lot of other social and live stream services, they saw a major surge after the lockdown with coronavirus. They closed 2020 with record numbers, a total of 17 billion hours watched over the course of the year. That's up 83% from the 9 billion watched in 2020. That's huge. And according to a new report from analytics firm Sensor Tower, the surge is still, surging. In the first quarter of 2021, Twitch's mobile apps were installed 22 million times, 62% more than the 13.6 million installs in the first quarter of last year. Why is this notable? Because across the whole of 2019, Twitch was installed 34.5 million times. Across 2020, it was installed 80.6 million times, according to the report. Now, we know this is all quarantine installs. We know that. The key here is going to be, who do we retain, and do we continue at this rate of downloads? We won't know until we are, and I don't even know that we're going to be fully out of this, but until we're out of this in the sense that we are now, we're not going to know the true real numbers for any of this.
Now, Twitch is
that's
Amazon.
Huge.
Is that correct?
Amazon owns Twitch. Absolutely. Yeah. Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Yes. So we're talking Amazon ecosystem, ladies and gentlemen. Let's keep going. I want to get another tech story in. I don't want to go too far over. And then we'll do our wonderful. Could I have, let's see what number this is. Photo 12, please. All right. McDonald's, everybody's favorite restaurant. I don't know whose, but everybody's, built a space station movie set to advertise a chicken sandwich. So by now, you know how passionate food chains are about their damn chicken sandwiches, right? So some are rivals, some do something different. So McDonald's took things light years away. Landing is a new suspenseful film by McDonald's Poland, and advertising agency DDB Warsaw. And some astronauts are seen preparing to land their spacecraft on Earth. However, they and all the people watching at the Mission Control Center are quickly shaken by a loud, unsettling noise, implying that something may have gone wrong with the spacecraft. So they say, Houston, we have a problem. And then thankfully, the crew finds out that the sound comes from the Crunchy Supreme chicken sandwich. And I forgot to give you because we were going to watch this, but I forgot to do that. But you can look this up on YouTube. This is McDonald's landing film.
Wow.
So it appears like it's shot from space because they recreated the whole the American space missions from the 70s, etc. They built a whole damn space station for a chicken sandwich. I'm done.
So it was the crunchiness from the chicken sandwich.
That was the noise, the problem that Houston had.
Oh, wow.
You ought to like that. You're in love with crispy chicken.
Wow.
Are you now looking up a McDonald's near you so you can go and get this infamous, although this is McDonald's Warsaw or McDonald's Poland, but I'm sure they have this wonderful chicken sandwich here at a McDonald's near you.
You know, it's really
right, go ahead.
It's really interesting how so many companies or businesses, just to the level that you're doing marketing to attract, just people, in through their doors, essentially.
Everybody is competing. Let's talk about the chicken sandwich world really quickly. Who is a chicken sandwich to be reckoned with? MC?
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A. Everybody is trying to reckon with or surpass Chick-fil-A's crisp sandwich. Then Popeyes came on board with their Southern style chicken sandwich, right? With the crunchiness. I don't know if you've had it. I haven't had it, but it
No.
didn't look any different from a regular chicken sandwich to me. But people were waiting in line for this, fighting each other for it.
Yes, they were. Yes, they were.
KFC came up with their chicken sandwich, not only a regular chicken sandwich, but a vegan crispy chicken sandwich, right? Then here comes McDonald's, late in the crisp. Although they've had chicken sandwiches for a while, but Burger King and all of them came in with their crispy chicken sandwich because they all are trying to do one thing: beat Chick-fil-A at the chicken game. But chicken is all Chick-fil-A does. Of course, they're going to master it, right?
Really.
Similar to, I agree. I say that the reason that if people like Popeye so much is because chicken is what they do.
Right.
They do chicken. So if you do one thing, you go ahead.
I said until they run out of chicken.
And they ran out and people were big mad.
Yeah, they did.
Big mad. Let's go to the last story if we could, please. That would be story 13. Today on What the Hell Is This? Balenciaga factory. Luxury fashion brand Balenciaga has rolled out reusable grocery bags so you can make errand runs in style. You see it? You see how it looks? It's a cute enough bag. They're not new to shopper bags because they actually made one that was really similar to IKEA's Fracta bag. Okay, so they did that. But now they're adding an eco-friendly and reusable grocery bag to their objects collection, so you can look luxurious at the grocers too. It's an expandable grocery shopper bag made from 100% recycled nylon and plastic and woven using econo yarns created from using fishnets and carpeting, according to Taxi. It can be collapsed and folded into a small round pouch with a hook, making it easy to carry around. It's in stock. Good thing, people. You're in luck. It is in stock in black and red. How much you think this costs? Take a guess.
$475.
You actually overshot it a little bit.
Oh, really?
You did. And usually when I report on these things, usually it's way above what you say.
Right.
Another guess?
I said I overshot it, so $395.
You're getting close. Patricia said $80. It's way over $80. Serena says I will stick with my $1 to $2 bags from Trader Joe's. Exactly. Aha! Glow says they will never about beating Chick-fil-A. You're right. You're right on that one. Oh, Coach Tawana is here. It says, hello, my sunshine. Hello, Coach Tawana. Guys, before we go, the food truck is closing down, so get your final eats and libations before it is gone. All right, so the actual retail price, like we're on The Price is Right? The actual retail price of the Balenciaga shopper is $325.
Wow.
So actually, the only one that would be going up to spin the wheel would be Patricia because she didn't go over.
Yeah, they need their behinds whooped on that one. We need to have a sound effect of somebody's mama whipping a child with the sound.
Oh, the views expressed by MC Curtis.
Just sound effects. No, mama, stop, stop.
I'm sorry, mama. I'm sorry.
Right.
Yeah, so you're the Bama of the week in the words of Huggy Lowdown for that one.
Yes.
$325 for a shopping bag. God forbid you leave it somewhere.
Oh, would you be ticked off?
Have you ever seen? Did you ever watch Citizen Kane?
Yes, I did. I sure did.
Remember that scene where his wife leaves him and then he goes on a rampage?
Yes,
like
absolutely.
knocking down. That's exactly what the hell would happen. You would go on a Citizen Kane rampage.
Yes, I remember that scene. Yeah,
That's my favorite scene from the entire movie.
that's
Guys,
funny.
it's 7:10. We've taken 10 minutes over. We apologize, but hopefully you had fun. Say thank you and give some great claps to our Minister of Libation, Queen of Food Truckery, Serena Wills. Thank you once again for a tasty afternoon/evening. And thank you to all of you. It's because of you that I even do this. Any last words, MC?
Great show. Great show.
Good show for you too. And we are done. We're out like the food truck. Love you for watching. Bid you adieu. You guys, MC Curtis, the food truck, and myself, let us all exit stage left. See you next week. Cheers.
Yeah, Close the doors, walk across the corridor. We got something to show you. Media is our repertoire. Fed up with the same news, no channel to use. Cruise control mentalities, here we offer you. We gon' show you a new way. The content, it never strays from positive and uplifting. Once a week, the scope gifted. With the presence of your eyes, what a distraction. Beautiful to soul, especially in action. This year, not ration. Came in abundance. Films like in Sundance, tech like the pop